It is Indiana in the Morning. As always, we're presented by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. Rachel Hrabovsky is with us here this morning in the Indiana County Technology Center. She is concerned with adult education primarily at ICTC. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. It's good to have you back in the studio with us this morning. You have a pretty exciting opportunity coming up here for adults, don't you?
We do. We secured some grant funding in the fall to run some basic manufacturing skills courses. And they focus on taking someone who's interested in the field, might be looking at either entering an apprenticeship or want to have background to help them as they search for a job. And it exposes them to the manufacturing industry, learning basic equipment usage, OSHA 10 certifications, earning NIMS certificates. And those are things that you pay a lot to come to our school normally to earn.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
The really wonderful thing is because it's grant funding, it's completely free to students.
Wow.
And that is why we're trying to get the word out. We still have a few seats available for the training that will start next week. We'll enroll people in that first week. If they get this and want to get in there but don't make it up in time, we'll roll you in there if we have seats available. But the exciting news is it really is free.
Yeah, and folks can get on board right now.
They absolutely can come up to the school. We're there till 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So my wonderful secretary Gina will be there to help you enroll if you're interested. The prerequisites are very simple: high school diploma or GED. Provide proof of that to our office. And in some, there's two different. Let me back up a little bit. There's two different classes, if you will. Mm-hmm. One of them is 3 days a week, and one is 4. There's a few more criteria for the 3-day-a-week course. You either have to be unemployed or currently working in manufacturing. Mm-hmm. The 4-day-a-week course, it's open to pretty much anyone as long as you can provide me proof of high school diploma or GED.
Mm-hmm. And are they the same course, basically?
Mostly. The longer course has the forklift, exposure to forklift usage. Mm-hmm. We touch on CNC lathe and some of your dimensions and tolerances. Those aren't covered in the shorter class.
Yeah, that's one of the things I know people will have a question. When you say manufacturing, what can you mean? What would be the type of skills that would be taught to me there?
We're focused on the machining side, but you are getting exposure to, we try to bring in guests to speak. We have instructors from different facets of industry to give them an idea of what the different environments might look like. Mm-hmm. But you are earning your NIMS certification. You get your first 2 NIMS, and those are machining, National Institute of Metalworking Skills certificates. For an employer, that's huge because you've already earned something that they might have to put money into getting you once you started with them, and you can come to the interview and say, I actually have worked at a lathe. I understand what these machines do. I can use handhold measuring tools. And I have my certificates already. Yeah,
well, and what you just said is important because that says to us this is hands-on training.
It is very much so. There is some theory. You will learn, but the exciting part is that they take that theory and they apply it in the machining lab with hands-on use of equipment. We also utilize what they call a Tooling U. It's an online learning platform. We integrate that into the program, and you're earning certificates of completion, which are also industry recognized. Mm-hmm. So you come out of this with an awesome resume booster at no cost to you. We had students in the fall that completed, and many of them are entering work in manufacturing, and the feedback we've gotten from them has been, I'm so happy I had this. I was able to walk into my interview and explain that I didn't just put it on my resume, but I actually did it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and you just said it right there. This equips you with a tool that somebody else competing for that same job, and jobs are a competition these days. To have this as your background is really going to give you a step up on your competition.
Absolutely. And so I guess I say it is cost-free. There isn't an out-of-pocket cost, but they're going to be a little bit of cost in time. So what you have to come is just be willing to spend some nights with us for 8 or 9 weeks and to learn these skills. But it's a wonderful opportunity.
Right. So you said Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
No, it's actually Monday through Thursday evenings
for
the 150-hour course. Mm-hmm.
From what time to what time?
4:30 to 9 p.m.
Okay. Wow, that is intensive work.
It is.
But
it's fun. Mr. Resente makes it fun.
But as well, if you want the job and you want to have that upper hand, you're going to have to do the job. You're going to have to do the work that it takes to get yourself certified, and that's what ICTC wants, is people who are dedicated to the vision of making themselves work eligible.
Right.
You don't want to turn out people who haven't put the work in.
And manufacturers will call us and they'll ask about the people that we put out of programs like this. And so when you come to class on time and you're dedicated, that gives our instructors the opportunity to tell them this person had a great work ethic, great attitude, and that goes a long way too in helping you secure that job, because companies are looking for someone that's going to jump on board, support their mission, be positive, and work hard to help them succeed. So.
Yeah. So somebody who's involved in manufacturing now,
Can
as opposed to somebody who has no experience at all in manufacturing, you can serve both of those individuals.
Absolutely, because you've got people that work in manufacturing, but they're not at the level they want to be, or they don't have the certifications to work on machines, or they maybe don't feel comfortable. Maybe they're working in a different facet in that company, but not in the production. And so by coming to this training, they get those extra skills.
Now, you said last fall you did something similar?
We did the same training in the fall. This may be the last one we run. It was a 1-year grant, so that's the other thing is I can't say it'll be there in the fall. So if you're interested, come now.
This is the time. And all you need to do is stop by ICTC and just get yourself signed up, get on board. And do they need to bring with them any sorts of things, steel-toed boots, work gloves, anything like that?
They normally are going to wear closed-toed shoes, but most people have closed-toed shoes.
Sure.
Yeah. Just so they don't hurt their toes.
Now, you also mentioned a limited number of seats left.
Right.
Obviously, class sizes have to be limited, and so there are some for both of those classes right now?
There are, right as of this morning, there are. We get calls pretty much this last 2 weeks. We've been getting calls daily, so the seats just fill up as the registrations come in. So if you're interested, you want to get down there as soon as you can.
Jump on it right now.
Yeah.
Rachel Hrabovsky with us from ICTC. You know, when Keith McCracken and the others come in and they visit with us, generally in the school year we focus upon secondary school students.
Right.
That doesn't mean that the adult education isn't going on, as you've just demonstrated to us. That's another part of the vital mission of ICTC.
Right. We're there to equip adults to either enter a new career or change careers, depending on what life has thrown at them, where they're at. Coming out of high school, you can gain a work-ready skill in a year. If you've had a life change, a divorce, something that's just changed your whole world, also in that 1-year time frame, we can get you into a new career, and that's what we do.
I'm interested as well in the fact that you said you'll actually have people involved in manufacturing come in as, I don't know if you call them guest teachers, or certainly as people who will come in and bring their perspectives to the education that you're offering.
We pull in some additional folks as we can, as it works with their schedules. We have our full-time machining instructor that's our secondary instructor is actually heading up the training, and he's phenomenal. And then we've got a gentleman from Clark Metal who's coming to help us in the evenings doing some training as well.
Yeah. Well, it's tremendous, and what a great opportunity. Where does the grant come from?
The PA Department of Labor and Industry.
Oh, okay.
It's funded through the local Workforce Investment Board.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to come in and tell us about this.
No, thanks for the time. I'll leave some flyers on the desk here, too. So if it's easier to stop here than making it all the way up to our school for a flyer, before you come to register, they'll be here for anyone that wants to pick
But
one
registration must be done in person?
It mostly needs to be because we need to copy your high school diploma or GED. But if you get a registration form, we can email it to you. You could get it back to us, and then we could work out a time for you to get that paperwork to us.
Terrific. Absolutely wonderful opportunity for folks. And you need to take advantage of things like this. It's free education from ICTC. Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate the time.
It's our pleasure. It's Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM.